So this is the final rubric for your website project. So I want to talk about extensive evidence and how you're going to get credit for everything. So when using computer languages, the website uses both CSS and HTML. That means you have to have an HTML page and a CSS page. There are minimal syntax errors and the page renders correctly. If any of your code is pink, you can't get extensive evidence in your project. So make sure you have all your bugs worked out and debugged and all your code debugged. Also, all of your hyperlinks need to work correctly to get extensive evidence on this one. I will highlight whichever box that you get and then leave a comment on what you need to do to be able to get into the next box. For modularity and abstraction, all style rules are in an external style sheet with a descriptive name, and the style sheet is linked to the appropriate pages on the website. So not only do you have to have a style sheet and an HTML sheet, but they have to be linked together so it works. And then I want to see at least 2 different classes are used for multiple elements. So this was the last lesson you did in lesson 13 was with RGB colors and the classes. So make sure your website has at least 2 of those classes. That's this right here. Okay. The next one, creating a digital artifact. So you need RGB colors. So up until this point, you've had color names, but make sure at least in 2 different spots, you've switched those color names to specific RGB colors, right? So that means you have to have the RGB code with the 3 different number values. Then I'm going to be looking at your CSS page and seeing that you've used at least 10 different properties and styles to both for both the layout and the text of the page. So I want to see that you've got background color, that you're able to manipulate the font or style the font, and that you're also able to style the images specifically with maybe size and border on those ones. But it's totally up to you. So 10 different ones on that one. Okay. Debugging and cleaning code. So I'm going to be looking just to see that I can read your code consistently. So usually that means like 1 tag on each line. Comments are used throughout the site to make the code more readable. That one is optional for you guys. If some of your pages don't have a ton of code on them to get the information that you want, so you don't really need comments. But if you have a lot of code in there, comments are important. But I won't take points off if you don't have comments. The next one is simply the website does not give away any personally identifiable information. Some of you have put things like you live in Stevensville or Western Montana. That's fine. Just don't get any more specific with that, and just be careful if you have pictures of your house or anything like that. But I didn't see anybody with a full name or anything like that on there. So just be careful of that. I think everybody got full credit on the last project for that one. So just make sure you don't give away any personally identifiable information. That one's pretty easy. And then at the end here, all content from outside sources should be cited with information about the author, title, license, and source. And each page includes a license indicating how that content can be used. This should already be done from chapter 1. So if you got full points on this one in chapter 1, you'll get full points on this one again. If you didn't, make sure to get attribution under your images. You have to cite where you got them from, even if they're your own. And then you have to put a Creative Commons license at the bottom of your website as the footer. I made a video about that, so check back in Classroom and see if you can find the video, or on my YouTube page to see if you can find the video if you're not sure how to do that, or email me and I'll send you a link to that. So we're looking for consistency and extensive evidence here. But if you get highlights in other areas and don't get full points, remember to read the comment. You can go back and fix it in your website to get full credit for it, as long as you can do it by our last due date. If you have any questions, email me. Otherwise, have a good day.